EPOCHS Scenes game rules. Finally, card plots come into play along with epochs and suits. Scenes game requires associative thinking and attention to details. Here, the suits suggest the meaning of the plots on the cards. Players recreate scenes on cards of the hand suit with cards of other suits. Yin-yang, heroes, skull, weapons, and maze, objects. The goal of the game is to arrange all the cards in scenes and get rid of the cards in the hands.
To play Scenes game, you need a combination of decks 1+3 or 2+3, and a free place for a 5x5 card matrix. The game with decks 1+2+3 forms a 10x10 card matrix. Once you get a feel for the game, add deck number 4.
Compatibility of card plots, epochs, and suits. Love scenes on the cards of hand suit are reproduced with the yin-yang cards of the same epoch. War scenes on the cards of hand suit are reproduced with the skull cards from the same epoch. Other scenes on the cards of hand suit are reproduced with the maze cards from the same epoch.
The items on the maze cards should correspond in content to the scenes on the hand cards. Certain maze cards may fit different scenes within an epic. Keep an eye on opponents and object if their maze doesn't match the content of the scene.
Initial actions. Redundant epochs should be removed from the decks number 3 and 4, according to decks 1 or 2 in the game. Players agree on the effect of fun cards or remove them from the third deck. The cards of the hand suit from the deck number 3 are shuffled separately and left as the second deck of scenes. The rest of cards are shuffled together, and 6 cards are dealt to each person, one at a time. The rest of these cards remain in the main deck. A dealer lays out the top card from the scene deck in the matrix face up. Later in the game, the epochs are laid out sequentially in separate verticals. At the beginning of the turn, the player selects up to 6 cards in his hands from the main deck and places a new scene from the scene deck in the matrix. The player matches his cards with the scenes in the matrix, observing the compatibility of plots, epochs, and suits. Cards compatible with open scenes are shown to the other players for approval and put aside. Having no cards suitable for open scenes, the player draws 1 card from the main deck. If the taken card is also not suitable, the turn goes to the next player. Final of the game. If all cards are already open in the scene matrix, players are out of the game when they have discarded all cards from their hands, even if there are still cards left in the main deck. The last player with cards in their hands loses.
Jokers and highest cards in the Scenes game. Jokers and the highest card of hand suit refer to all scenes. Highest cards of epoch refer to any scenes from the respective epochs. Highest card of yin-yang refers to a love scene from any epoch. Highest card of skull to any war scene from any epoch. Highest card of maze to the rest of scene from any epoch.
Fan cards. The 4 fan cards from deck number 3 have no epoch or suit markings. The suits are part of the artistic plots of fan cards. Before his turn, a player can use 1 fan card by placing it on the table. After performing the stipulated action, fan card is removed from the game. Instead of it, the player take 1 card from the main deck. By agreement of the players, the action of fan cards can be any, for example, fan card, yin-yang gives the right to take the second turn in a row instead of the next player. Fan card, skull forces the other selected player to draw 3 cards from the main deck. Fan card, hand forces the other selected player to exchange cards with a blind draw. Fan card, maze requires its owner to take 3 cards from the community pile or skip a turn if there are no cards left in the pile. The player who is left with the only maze fan card in their hands loses the game. But again, players can agree on any effect of these cards.